urgent. Stephen Curry is out, and the fate of the Warriors season might now, incredibly, rest in the hands of a player who was recently overlooked in the rotation. The confirmation came right after Game 1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Midway through the first half, Curry felt his thigh, left the court, and never returned. The diagnosis was clear: muscle strain. An immediate prognosis, out for at least a week, puts this series on a razor's edge between survival and collapse. With the series tied 1-1, the Warriors desperately need to win at least one of the next 3 games to give Curry even a slight chance of returning for Game 6 at home in the Chase Center. If they fail, the era might be over, and it's at this point that the story takes an even more dramatic turn. Golden State, despite a glorious past and experience in high-stakes situations, now seems like a team without a map in unfamiliar territory. Without Curry, their offense unravels. In Game 2, they try to hang on. Jonathan Kuminga, who hadn't played much, brought some energy at the start of the second half. But the Timberwolves quickly took control and won convincingly. Curry's absence is a hole that no one on the roster can fill alone. And into that void steps a nearly forgotten name: Trayce Jackson-Davis. The second-year center, almost invisible throughout these playoffs, came off the bench in Game 2 and stunned everyone. He scored 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting, one of the only real offensive bright spots on a night of tactical darkness. It wasn't just about numbers. It was about impact, presence, efficiency, and above all, urgency. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, Steve Kerr didn't hesitate. Trayce will start in Game 3, a decision that might seem risky at first. But looking at the bigger picture, it carries the weight of a team desperately trying to find something new, fast. If you really follow the NBA, you know this kind of decision can change everything. And here, we break down what's behind the headline, context, backstory, and the full narrative. So go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Do you believe Trayce Jackson-Davis could be the missing piece? Now's the time to stand with the community that lives and breathes basketball. Now let's go behind the scenes. Trayce Jackson-Davis, despite being one of the team's most physically gifted players, had been a DNP, did not play in 3 of the Warriors' 8 playoff games. When he did get on the court, his minutes were limited, usually under 10, a talent that seemed forgotten. But in Game 2, he stepped in, dominated a few touches, and suddenly became essential in practice. According to internal sources, the coaching staff had already been observing his efficiency in short stints. But Kerr had hesitated to break from the traditional structure, preferring veterans like Looney and Draymond Green. Now, with the walls crumbling, the coach has no choice. It's time to take risks. Trayce's insertion changes the offensive and defensive dynamics. He's younger, more mobile, and has a feel for screening and rotation that enables more impactful pick-and-roll plays. Without Curry, the Warriors need easy points, high-percentage shots, and that's exactly what Trayce delivered. Quick finishes near the rim, relieving pressure on shooters, and offering a new release valve. This isn't just a rotation change. It's a reflection of a franchise fighting to survive the weight of its own legacy. Because this series, more than any other, could be a turning point. If the Warriors are eliminated without Curry and without a fight, the calls for a full rebuild will grow deafening. And the truth is, there's no time left to experiment. Game 3 this Saturday and Game 4 on Monday, both in San Francisco, are literally the last lifelines to keep the season alive. The Chase Center crowd will be crucial, but the answers have to come from within the court. Can Trayce handle the pressure? Will Kerr stay committed to him? And will the veteran core, Wiggins, Clay, Draymond, step up or crumble under the weight of Curry's absence? Everything is on the line. And in the middle of the chaos, the Warriors are betting on Trayce Jackson-Davis, despite a young man playing at a high level who wasn't even on the radar a week ago. But now, wearing the jersey of one of the most legendary franchises in NBA history, he holds in his hands the power to either extend or end an era. So I want to hear from you. Does this gamble make sense to you? Is Trayce the right choice? Or are the Warriors just drowning, grabbing onto anything they can? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Because if Game 3 confirms the turnaround or signals the end, the next story we'll tell could be the most powerful one of the NBA's last decade. And you'll want to be here for it. What was supposed to be just another heated playoff game between the Warriors and Timberwolves ended with a serious accusation, an ongoing investigation, and a warning sign for the entire NBA. This past Thursday in Minneapolis, while fans were still celebrating the Timberwolves' dominant 117-93 win, an incident off the court changed the tone of the night completely. During the fourth quarter, one fan was ejected from the Target Center for violating the arena's code of conduct. But that was just the beginning. According to an official statement released by the Minnesota team, a second spectator was accused by others in the arena of making racist comments directed at forward Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors. That individual left the venue before being identified. An investigation is already underway. The franchise and arena operators issued a clear and strong message. Racist, hateful, or threatening behavior will not be tolerated under any circumstance, and they are committed to promoting an inclusive, respectful, and safe environment for everyone. Strong words at a delicate moment. This case reignites long-standing conversations about racism in sports and places Draymond Green once again at the center of the storm. Only this time, not for something he did, but something he may have suffered. If you follow the NBA beyond just stats, you know this story isn't just about a game. It's about culture, accountability, and the league's future in dealing with issues that go far beyond the hardwood. So drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us, because here we go beneath the surface. The series between the Warriors and Timberwolves has only just begun, but the atmosphere is already volatile. The Game 2 scoreboard shows Minnesota's dominance at home, but the real narrative unfolding now transcends the result. Draymond Green, one of the most polarizing players of his generation, wasn't just involved in another heated moment. He may have been a target of racism while playing one of the most important games of the year. For those who follow Green's career, this marks a shift in the usual script. He's often the one being accused of crossing the line, whether through hard fouls, trash talk, or physical altercations. And indeed, in that very same game, in the second quarter, he found himself in yet another tense moment. While trying to protect the ball from Naz Reid, Draymond hit him in the neck with his arm. The officials called a technical, his fifth of the playoffs, and Green exploded. He screamed, protested the call, and had to be restrained by his teammates and coach Steve Kerr, who benched him for a few minutes to prevent further escalation. But now the issue is different. This isn't about something Draymond did. It's about something that was allegedly done to him, a possible racist attack from the stands, in a context the NBA has always treated with utmost seriousness. And this is a new problem. In recent years, the league has dealt with isolated incidents of racial abuse from fans in various arenas. In every case, the league's response has been firm, but the persistence of these events shows that the problem hasn't gone away. And when one of the league's most recognizable faces is a target during a playoff game, the impact is even greater. Playoff environments are naturally intense. The pressure, the rivalries, the emotional investment of fans, all of it creates a climate of constant tension. But there is a line that must never be crossed. And according to reports, that line was crossed in Minneapolis. The investigation could uncover videos, eyewitness accounts, and even lead to exemplary punishments. If the racist comments are confirmed, the fan could be banned from the Target Center or even the entire league, as has happened in previous cases. And that raises a troubling question. Are NBA arenas in 2025 truly prepared to protect the emotional and psychological safety of their players? From the Warriors' side, the situation also demands attention. Draymond Green is historically the emotional barometer of the team. When he's focused and energized, the defense thrives. But when he loses control, the team suffers. And in the face of an incident like this, one that challenges not just his behavior but his dignity, how will he respond in the next games? Will it rally the group or destabilize a roster already under strain? For the Timberwolves, a franchise trying to cement a new era of relevance in the West, and the situation still playing at a major institutional represents how will the team handle public pressure, the image of its fan base, and the responsibility to uphold the standards the NBA demands. The strong statement in their official response is a first step, but scrutiny will only intensify as more details emerge. We don't know everything yet. The investigation is just beginning. But one thing is clear. This case goes beyond a technical foul, a home win, or a controversial play. It hits at one of the most sensitive issues in modern sports, respect. And it may become a turning point in how the NBA handles fan behavior and player protection moving forward. Now I want to hear from you. How should the NBA respond if the racist comments are confirmed? And how do you think this might affect Draymond Green's emotional performance in the games ahead? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And in the next video, we'll track the developments in the investigation, the league's reactions, and potential new safety and disciplinary measures inside NBA arenas. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because what started as just another playoff chapter could end up being a defining page in the league's history.